All right. Hi everyone. This is Chavikar, and I'll just quickly introduce myself. Who am I? I am co-founder of Erexa and Bharat XR. One of my friends actually helped me with the 3D printing of these Erexa and Bharat XR logos as well. Apart from that, you might found me in like so many of teaching part because I really love teaching. Apart from that, I have educated 80,000 plus college students and 500 plus faculties all over India on augmented reality. I started this whole AR journey 4 years back. Right now I'm 23, so it works pretty much well for me in the augmented reality. I see a lot of times people say that you're so young, how you got started, and for me, I feel like age is not at all a barrier. But and I get so much of respects, especially from the elders, um, because this whole XR domain, we like me along with other speaker, we would be explaining what is this whole XR is about. But yes, this whole XR domain is filled with so many young developers that it's really great. So yes, I guess we should have other speakers as well. Yes, we have Jitesh Singh with us.
Hey guys, so myself Jitesh Singh and I'm an XR developer since past 6 years. I started my journey in 2019 when I was like in college and yeah, so when I started I took part in like a college level hackathon and a similar hackathon we actually arranged for Wave Summit as well. So that kind of opportunity gave me a boost to get into this tech, which was very new at that time. People didn't know a lot about AR, VR, and MR in general. But we kind of found some potential where it could actually blend the domain of developing something from code and actually creating graphically, visually pleasing assets, right? And making an experience around it. So that's how I started my journey. And yeah, I'm also co-founder of XTG Mumbai. So we have like a XR developers community. So we host like monthly meetups and workshops for students and professionals who can actually join in and learn different techs and platforms that actually help us to create such experiences, which you will see a glimpse of in a while. And yeah, so I'm currently like a freelance developer, and we will probably be taking some cool hands-on experiences today. And we would really like if you guys are more interactive and have like some inputs while we are actually developing. So I would like to call the next one. Okay, so Vivek, please come on stage.
Okay, am I audible now? Okay. So I'm Vivek Thakur and पहले मैं बता दूँ I am also 23 and मैं AR में और you can say XR around मेरे को 6 साल हो चुका है. So I'm quite comfortable in Hindi. शायद आप लोगों को ही सुनाओ. You guys, thumbs up. Yeah. So I was doing AR and XR thing since say 6 साल हो चुके हैं. जर्नी मैंने स्टार्ट की थी doing some project work with Meta. काफ़ी इन्फ्लुएंसर्स के साथ काम किया एंड लेटर ऑन करते करते आई जस्ट गॉट इंट्रोड्यूस टू स्नैप AR. वहाँ पे अपने फिर मैंने कुछ लेंसेज वगैरह ट्राई किए डूइंग सम AR लेंसेज एंड ऑल. काफ़ी रीच मिल गई एंड गॉट द एक्सपोजर. एंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम फ्रॉम ए बायो बैकग्राउंड, सो आई एम एन MBBS ड्रॉप आउट. मेरे लिए ये डोमेन ही अलग था पूरा. सो काफ़ी ऐसे फ्लक्चुएटिंग लाइफ रही उस पॉइंट पे एंड देन डूइंग दिस AR थिंग. अब मेरे को अराउंड काफ़ी ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस हो चुका है. आई डूइंग सम VFX वर्क्स ऑल्सो फॉर डिज्नी. काफ़ी काम किया मैंने मार्वल के साथ भी एंड पार्टिकुलरली हम डूइंग सम वर्कशॉप एज वेल अलॉन्ग विद जितेश. हम XTG गुजरात रन करते हैं एंड या दिस इज़ प्रीटी मच ऑल अबाउट मी एंड होप सो आप इंजॉय करें आज का वर्कशॉप एंड हैंड्स ऑन एंड ऑल. या थैंक यू गाइस.
And before we actually get started, I want to highlight one very small thing. In Wave Summit, there were 32 challenges. You might know about it. Like among those 32 challenges, there was one AVG, like XR challenge, which was led by XTG, like XTG and Bharat XR only. So yes, we have been a part of Wave Summit since, I guess, if I'm not wrong, from August, right?
Yeah.
Like before that, we were in conversation, and in August we started the hackathon. It went so great, and after this, I would also recommend you to please meet our winners at Critosphere as well. Yeah, I guess we should get started. Perfect.
Perfect.
This is me.
All right, so yeah, these are some introduction slides. So first of all, how many of you have not heard the term XR? Like, is there someone who has not heard the term XR? You haven't heard? Okay. So I see a couple of hands up. Okay. So what XR is actually? So XR is like an umbrella term which we use for these emerging technologies like augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, right? So spatial reality, all of these techs are actually being developed as we speak. So XR kind of is like a variable where X you can exchange it with, A, V, M, right? So, I mean, that's a general term and people also call it extended reality, right? And within that, we have like three major categories. We used to have these three major categories. I'll tell you why I said used to. But yeah, so first of all, you might have heard AR, right? If you haven't heard AR, I would like to explain. If anyone in the audience who has heard AR, do they want to actually stand up and tell us what is AR? Do you want to try?
Means when in the real environment the physical objects are added to it, that means it is augmented in the real world.
Perfect.
That is augmented reality.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And she very rightly explained, like in your physical reality, if you add virtual elements, right, it becomes augmented. It adds to your reality, right? It doesn't take away anything. It enhances your reality. So whatever you're feeling, you're getting more information on top of it. So you might see some cool headsets that people are wearing. One of them was worn by me in my picture over here. It's called Snap Spectacles, right? So these devices are actually in development. So this is by Snap. It's the 5th generation of Snap Spectacles. And basically these are like true pair of AR glasses. So whatever experiences you might have seen in AR on mobile devices, it can actually be experienced through these glasses, right? So since it's in development phase, it's not commercially available right now. But we are fortunate enough to have like 5 of them in India, and 5 of us developers actually develop cool stuff on top of it, and we are actually building it for the future, right? So this is where the AR part is headed to. And yeah, we'll get more on this and more on the experiences, what kind of experiences we make. But yeah, so this was augmented reality. Similar to this, if you see glasses that have like pass-through capabilities like this, just like a normal glasses, these are called AR glasses. We also have virtual reality that you might have been seeing a lot lately, right? So this is probably the easiest if I were to define it for you guys. It basically takes you away from your own physical reality and teleports you into a virtual world, right? So it's actually, it's teleporting you from a completely physical environment to a virtual one. So all of these objects are actually aware of themselves because they're all created virtually. So we have some headsets there as well where they actually cover your whole POV, and it actually has some displays, and it also has some cameras nowadays that you can see the person in front, right, who's actually close to you. So this is virtual reality, and mixed reality is a term which we feel is kind of blending with AR these days. Like when it started, it was limited to the headsets that were new, like HoloLens. But nowadays, we are actually moving towards a more compact version of augmented reality, which is being more immersive. So the definition of MR used to be like, it's actually mixing augmented reality and virtual reality. So your virtual elements are actually aware of your physical surroundings. So when I talk about AR is not completely aware of your surroundings, okay? AR can track different features, and it can be like, it can place certain objects on different places. But mixed reality, on the other hand, is completely aware of your surroundings. So if I have like a table in front of me, if I place a zombie on the other side, the zombie knows that there is a table, there's a physical table in front, and it'll probably trace a path around the table to come to me, right? So this kind of experiences were mixed reality experiences. But as we grow towards the future, mixed reality is merging with augmented reality. And yeah, so these are the three major realities that you might be hearing a lot under XR. So we will get more into what augmented reality is, right? And there are like three major categories within augmented reality as well. So let's just see what these major categories are. So as we know, augmented reality is adding to your reality, right? So we have three of them as marker-based, marker-less, and projection mapping, okay? So I'll show some use cases later on, obviously, but just to explain the concept of it, marker-based is, as the name suggests, there is a marker, there is a tracking object, and when you point your camera or your spectacle towards it, it detects that, and it actually augments certain elements on top of that marker only. So suppose if I move that marker, right, if I rotate it, the object is actually clinging to that. So it also moves with your marker, right? So that kind of experiences that are actually triggered and tracked on a marker are called marker-based experiences. We have marker-less experiences, which doesn't require a specific trigger or an image. It can run on everyone. So you see these Snapchat lenses. How many of you guys use Snapchat lenses, AR lenses? I see a few hands up there. So yeah, they're very cool, right? So the technology behind it is so fascinating that I build it for my face, right? When I'm building it, I build it for my face, but it works for all of you guys, right? It doesn't trigger on my face only. So it's not marker-based, it's marker-less. It's using something more basic, like your facial features. So this kind of experiences are called marker-less experiences. So we have plane tracking, we have body tracking, right? Everyone's body postures can be detected. We have face tracking, head tracking, wrist tracking, foot tracking. All of these actually the capabilities help you to create try-on experiences, which we'll see a couple of in the examples. So we also can leverage GPS, right? We can leverage like some locations, and we have the next one is projection mapping, which is augmenting your physical object, right? So suppose you have a mannequin and you have different dresses you want to try on the mannequin, right? So you make the mannequin wear a white shirt and you have different patterns, and the projector is actually mapping it to the curvature and the contour of the mannequin. These kind of experiences are also called augmented reality because it's adding to your reality, right? So you might have seen something on Gateway of India. There were several campaigns that happened on Gateway of India. Burj Khalifa, you see some projections are happening, right? All of that is mapped to the physical surfaces. So you can have like a white shoe and you can have different patterns of your same shoe, right? So that kind of experience is called projection mapping experiences. So we'll quickly go through the use cases of Snap AR specifically. So all of these experiences that you're going to see on these slides are built on the software that we're going to look at. So you can see art to AR, where you can actually express yourself. So this is kind of self-expression experience, which was created by one of our co-founders in XDG Mumbai, Krunal Gedia. And he actually collaborated with a local artist in Leh Ladakh during SA Ladakh festival, and she wanted to show her support towards the art community, where if you pay the artist, you don't actually own them. So this uses some capabilities like sky segmentation, right? We have the other one, which is marker based. So I have an ID card where if you turn the ID card around, you can actually bring an experience to it. So this was made for a Republic Day meetup that we had in Mumbai. Then we have event celebrations. So this was Chandrayaan experience that was actually promoted by Snapchat when we landed our third mission. So these kind of experiences can be built where this is not just adding to your reality, it is also sometimes taking you away, so you can blend those two techs. We have a product try-on which was built by Pranjal. And this was actually used in a physical exhibition. So these kind of experiences make the user more confident to make a purchase. So if they are standing in an exhibition, if you have like an AR mirror and they get to try on a certain product, and they would be like, oh, this looks really good on me. How do I buy it? You can immediately buy it in a physical exhibition, right? All of these strategies are used by e-commerce platforms as well these days. You can see it on Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato. You can try your product in physically how it actually looks, and you get more confidence to buy these, right? So we see more of them. We can celebrate our Indian festivals. So if people have some kind of allergies to color and whatnot, you can still color their faces just by using augmented reality, right? We have digital fashion. So every time you don't have to bound yourself to physical capabilities or physical materials to it, right? So you can go beyond that. That is the power of augmented reality. You can add to it. So you can see some cool dresses made by Persika, one of our community members. And we have one more experience by her, which is actually promoting your local experiences where like you have, suppose Mumbai ka train, to yaar everyone knows ki it's very hectic, right? So people from US and people who are living outside India, they have no idea what this actually signifies. So when they try this experience and when they actually come to India, they're like, oh, I have seen this in an AR experience, right? So these kind of experiences can also be there. We have product gamification, where you can have multiple users collaborate while they're using the same experience and play a game around it, right? If you have a certain product, you can gamify it and have more engagement for your brand. So these kind of experiences are very famous with Snapchatters and also other platforms. And these get a lot of conversions. We also have product showcase. So this was kind of built when we were working at Flipkart, and we were building these experiences where you could interactively have, so rather than watching an advertisement on a video, you could interact with your product, right? So if I need to see the camera feature, right? So I open my Flipkart app, I see an Infinix mobile. I want to explore its features on my own, not by seeing a video. So you can have interactive experiences like that. You can do cultural celebrations. You can have education and awareness, which is also one of the major use cases, I believe. You can use augmented reality to actually benefit the students, right? Rather than reading from a dull textbook, they would rather engage on an experiment physically and without any hazardous substance or materials around, right? They don't have to physically touch a burner. They can have an augmented burner in front of them. They can have an augmented beaker on top of them, perform an experiment, practice it. This can be used for training as well, right? For commercial training. You don't have to train your employees on heavy machinery, expensive machinery, just by lending them, right? So you can lend them some headsets or applications just like these. And they can actually try on and figure out how to use a certain machinery. So yeah, so education and awareness is one of the major use cases. We have makeup, again, same, e-commerce mein sabse beneficial filhal ka booming use case. So there are like several campaigns by L'Oreal, Lakme. These guys actually make like their product try-on experiences, right? So if they have a new blush, so how to apply a blush, right? There are different, I don't know exactly how exactly you apply them, but there are different shapes that you can follow, right? You can make a tutorial out of them and get an engagement on that. So one of the live demos that I have, you could open your Snapchat app and scan this code. And I'm actually wearing a t-shirt over here, which is augmented. So I don't know if anyone is trying it, but yeah.
Just point toward this.
Yeah.
Open your Snapchat app and just point toward this snap code, and you will get this notification like unlock this lens, and you will be there.
And once you do that, you can actually point it to my t-shirt, and it should be able to track. Yeah, we can obviously give a demo.
This is only for the Snapchat application.
Yeah. So right now it's only for the Snapchat application. So when you open Snapchat, are you able to see his screen? I mean, a little bit. Yeah. So there's a ghost that comes in. Can turn around. Okay. Is it visible? अच्छा थोड़ा नीचे करना होगा. Okay. Is it visible now for you guys? So these kind of experiences can also exist, right? You can have your t-shirt, if you have a t-shirt printing company or like something where you deal with graphics, you can actually augment experiences on top of it. It's not just delivering a physical product. Not that it's not the only USP that you can have. You can also have digital USP as well added to it. So this was one of the live demos. You can do it for your t-shirt brands using the same software that we're gonna look at in a while. So yeah, let's move on to Snap AR. So this is what Snap AR provides. Like all the use cases that you saw was actually built on Snap. So Snap AR is basically giving you a platform where you have different capabilities that you can leverage and very easily develop. You don't have to be from a very heavy coding background. You saw someone from MBBS who dropped out, and he is developing experiences at top global level. So it's very much feasible for you to learn this software, and we'll move on to the hands-on. So yeah, so we will be looking at something very simple with the progression in AI. You might have heard a lot of Gen AI stuff, right? So this is where Snap AR has also inculcated this into their software, where you don't have to do some menial tasks like creating a very simple filter experience by yourself by creating assets and stuff. You can generate all of those assets in real time by just a prompt and create an experience out of it, right? We'll see how interactively we can do that and how quickly we can get an output. So I would like to welcome Chavi and Vivek to take this ahead.
Sure. All right. Thanks a lot, Jitesh, for the quick introduction. And okay, till the time we are moving to the Lens Studio software, there's one small thing I want to add. We all use Google Meet, right? We all use Google Meet. We all love changing our background, adding some sort of like really cute cat onto a head or something like that. Also, we know about the lens cart marketing, AR try-on. We know about the Amazon 3D furniture try-on and everything. These all are augmented reality. We don't know about it. It's just that it exists, the technology exists. And here we go. This is the Lens Studio software. And again, do we need coding? No. We just need to use simple prompts like we use in ChatGPT usually. Okay. We just simply click on the try easy lens, and after that it will come up.
Yeah.
No, I mean, till the time.
So let me take you through this. When you open the Lens Studio, what is Lens Studio basically? For those who don't know, it's a platform provided by the Snap where you can develop your AR experience for their products, basically. Now they are restricted toward their products only. Like we have this Snapchat app and also use so that spectacles, जो शायद आने वाला future होगा हमारे AR का. So all those products, and there is a web AR kit. So they have this Snap camera kit जहाँ पे अपने web AR experience बना सकते हो. You can also do your app जहाँ पे आप ऐप में अपने AR को integrate कर सकते हो via using their Snap camera kit. So those all are product from the Snap, and for all of them you can create AR experience in a single design studio, which is this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're just logging in. So you have this requires your credentials. So you have to log in via your Snap credential to access this app and access their Gen AI feature. Basically, you can develop your lenses. You can do other stuff without logging in, but if you have to use their Gen AI feature, then you have to log in with your credentials, and we can wait.
Meanwhile, let's have some sort of prompts with us, right? And as we mentioned, we want it to be interactive. We don't want it to be like just boring sessions that goes with like no interaction. Let's have some interaction. For the interaction part, help us with some sort of prompts. And let me give you some idea like what sort of prompts that we actually need.
And
Something
that's a
face
tagline
tracking.
of Lens Studio. Dream it,
Exactly.
build it. So you have to just write a prompt, just give us a prompt, whatever the theme you got in mind, एक बार बताओ, and we are just giving the prompt और आपको एक full fledged AR experience ready to upload inside the Lens Studio आपको मिलेगा. You don't have to use any of the other software for creating assets and all. You can just develop natively inside the Lens Studio, and yeah.
Say, I want to make a camera fly with a cape.
Okay. So the camera fly with a cape.
Yeah.
And what sort of camera?
Let's call it a mirrorless small camera or a
Okay,
camera
mirrorless
with,
small
or maybe
camera.
a character with one eye.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do that way. We can have a camera, bind it on our head, and
Yeah.
you can control that camera with your head also. And that camera also have a cape.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Let's try. Yeah.
Let's,
Till the time we are doing this, I want to add one small thing regarding the prompts. Let me give you the idea what exactly we need in the prompts. Whenever I take my like any session in any college or outside, I always ask for 3 simple steps. One, keep it on the face tracking so that we can have a smile onto our face and have the experience in the best possible way. The second is tell us what exactly you want. Just don't say I want some random quiz for Shinchan family. Just try to give us something more about it. Like for example, as you mentioned about the camera wala part, like for example, give us something like I want haunted background with Valentine's Day quiz on my head. I mean, see, we want it to be fun, interactive, and something out of the box. Everyone wants to, and also you can have something like give me a quiz on let's suppose okay can you change the screen? Perfect. So it's connected. Yep, as you can see there are some of the like examples which are already present over here. Okay, in the very start either you can take all of these examples or what as okay, how many of you know about lens card? Just lens card, simple lens card. We all know, right? What if, in the very beginning, I want to make a mock-up for lens cards ad campaign for Snapchat. Let's see. If I like here, there's one prompt. Create a pink cap with a logo of cute, adorable animal character like this, right? If we can give a prompt in the similar way, let's suppose for the specs. Anyone wants to give me some good prompt? On specs. What?
Plague doctor mask. Yeah, that nose wala mask.
Doc. Nah, sorry. So, okay.
If
Give
you
us-
type, you will get it. It's very easy to find.
No, just be more, like, give us something more.
okay, so there is a thing when you are provide prompting ना, try to be more specific. ठीक है, तो वो ज़्यादा हेल्प करेगा जनरेशन में जब जनरेटिव एआई वगैरह अपना काम करेगा फ्रॉम द सर्वर एंड, तो आप जितना ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिप्टिव होंगे उतना बेटर आपका आउटपुट मिलेगा. एंड लेट मी टेल यू गाइस, दिस इज स्टिल इन बीटा फेस. तो लेट मी टेल यू, हम पहले जब एआर एक्सपीरियंस वगैरह डेवलप किया करते थे, सो दिस विल टेक अ बंच ऑफ टाइम. देयर आर बंच ऑफ स्टेप्स. आप पहले आइडिएशन फेस में होते, वी आर डूइंग स्टोरी बोर्डिंग, फिर आप एसेट क्रिएशन में जाते हो. देन इफ यू हैव 3D एसेट, आप 3D मॉडलिंग करते हो, यू डू मॉडलिंग, यू डू रीटोपोलॉजी, बिकॉज इन AR देयर आर सर्टेन लिमिटेशन ऑफ साइज. तो आपको अपने मॉडल को उतना हैवी भी नहीं करना है, तो यू हैव डू सम ऑप्टिमाइजेशन एंड ऑल. आपको 2D एसेट्स क्रिएट्स करने हैं, देन यू हैव टू ब्रिंग ऑल दोज एसेट्स, डू सम लॉजिक्स, adding some interaction, then you will get the AR experience, which anyway cost you around a week or 2 week of time depending on what kind of requirement you have. और इसके चक्कर में काफ़ी लंबा टाइम जाता था. एंड विद जेन AI देयर इज नथिंग टू डू राइट नाउ. आपको कुछ करना ही नहीं है. आप बस जैसे न्यूकमर, आपने जैसे नॉर्मली इंस्टाग्राम इंस्टॉल किया, आपको पता है देयर इज़ अ फीड, देयर इज़ अ रील सेक्शन. आपको बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं, आपको फीड करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सो नाउ AR के साथ भी वही हो रहा है. देयर इज़ ए वैसे ह्यूज चेंज. आपको ये सारे स्टेप्स स्किप करने होंगे. अब आप यू कैन जस्ट राइट अ प्रॉम्प्ट, बी स्पेसिफिक टू इट, बिकॉज देयर आर ऑल्सो बंच ऑफ ट्यूटोरियल जस्ट टू राइट अ प्रॉम्प्ट, जस्ट टू यूज AI. आप कैसे कर सकते हो, तो यू कैन ऑल्सो डू. देयर इज ऑल्सो बिल्ट इन AI chatbot, so you can ask them also कि like I want this kind of lenses and what kind of prompt I need for that, and this also give you the prompt for the specific lens. So yeah, let's.
So here is an output that we actually wrote a prompt on 113 and it actually gave it an output within a minute. So she just wrote, create a lens with cool glasses on my face and change the background to a horror place. It was not very descriptive. You don't have to, you just have to let some creativity, let the AI do some creativity. But if you have like a character in mind, right? If you want Virat Kohli's face on your face, that is something that AI will struggle doing, right? Because it is not trained on Virat Kohli's face. So it will probably find something similar. It won't be very accurate, but yeah. So if you have a doctored face prompt, whichever prompt it is, you have to be more descriptive. As in, I want a black crow face or something like that, and then it will make something more resembling.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Also, as you can see, as Vivek was talking about, there are so many stages. And see, we are not saying that GenAI is exactly replacing us, the developers. Not at all. Please, okay. Let's be honest. We have so many AI tools for web development, app development, and so on. But the whole point is, what if you are someone who just wants some sort of mock-ups? What exactly you want, you have no idea. But some sort of mock-ups is something important, right? So as you can see, first of all, it came up with a plan. What exactly you want. Add a cool glasses to the user's face, change the background to a horror theme place. Okay, it took like a few seconds and then it is done. Now, as sir was talking, you remember the prompt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The head with a camera and with a cape. Yeah. And meanwhile, let me tell you this thing also. Even though it's generated by AI, तो आपने देखा कि एक 3D मॉडल है. And if you want कि मुझे इसी पॉइंट पे टेक कंट्रोल करना है, ठीक है, अपना कंट्रोल लेना है, आई वांट टू जस्ट मॉडिफाई बंच ऑफ थिंग्स, मुझे टेक्सचर्स पसंद नहीं आ रहा, मुझे पोजीशनिंग पसंद नहीं है, सो इफ़ यू फील कि मुझे थोड़ा मॉडल को और ऑप्टिमाइज करना है तो यू कैन टेक कंट्रोल. दिस इज़ नॉट लाइक वो आपको कुछ बना के दे दिया है, ठीक है. देयर इज़ अ डेजिग्नेटेड सीन सेटअप जहाँ पर सारे एसेट्स इन ए हायरार्की फ्रेम में एडेड होते हैं, तो यू कैन एनी टाइम मॉडिफाई ऑल दोज एसेट्स, ठीक है. आप पूरा कंट्रोल ले सकते हो इवन दो इट्स ए AI आउटपुट. See, that's the best thing about Lens Studio when it's come to doing some Gen AI generations and all.
So if I had to repeat the prompt after your advice, would it be, I'd like to have a mirrorless camera flying with a cape in a sunny afternoon.
She's coping with you.
So
when the lens is equal to one eye of a human. Is
All
that a
right,
good prompt or it's not a good prompt?
Yeah, we can try. Even we don't know.
Because
it's a life.
it's AI's imagination. So I want to understand what you are imagining. So you're imagining a camera on the user's face.
No, I'm actually imagining a camera.
So you're generating,
which has become a face. So the camera has become a live thing with a cape and is flying in the sky.
okay.
So there is a background with a camera, a 3D model of camera or 2D, we can say a camera, and there is a cape. And the lens of a camera becomes
equal to the human eye.
Human eye.
So the camera is replicating a human with one eye in the center.
Sorry to interrupt. I want to add one small thing. It just got released in December.
No, I'm okay. I just want to know
yeah.
whether my
Yeah.
prompt was right.
Yeah.
Even we are gonna try this. We have actually put a
Yes.
prompt said make a lens mirrorless small camera with
Yes.
cape and add a makeup. Okay,
And
let's
add
just
some
see
sort
what
of
it
makeup
understands
material.
out of it.
Yes.
So I can imagine what you're trying to say, that
Yes.
there is a camera and at the place of lenses there is actually human's eye, right? The person's eye, and then there's a cape onto that camera.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
And
that
it's
is
flying
our
in the sky.
imagination. Let's see what AI interprets it. And yeah, we can also have some other prompts.
Just one
Meanwhile, you have a prompt?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Also, please come up with some funny ones. Like for example, change me to like give me some sort of like formal clothes with a shadi ka background. Okay, and give me something really cartoonish look, something like that. Give us some funny. Okay.
Okay, let your
It
intrusive
actually
thoughts
didn't
out.
work.
Okay.
Yes.
Try karte.
This is what AI actually understood
Yes,
from your prompt. So
Yes.
it put a mirrorless camera on the shoulder, right? It didn't understand the cape part of it. So it put the camera on the shoulder, added some makeup, and that's it. So that it's pretty cool. It's pretty
The
cool.
best thing.
It gave some clothing, if you might see. It gave you some superhero
Exactly.
clothing.
And see, for especially the clothing brands, this is actually the best because it's
It's a
so
game
difficult.
changer, basically.
Exactly. Can you see? It is having a very good simulation. I'll show you properly. Yeah. So that's how it works. But yes, any cool? Yes.
Hi. So let's have Cyclops from X-Men,
Yeah.
the kind of goggles they have.
Okay.
And
I think we might face some guideline issue here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Because of
So
brand?
there are some guidelines, so you have to follow.
Okay.
So if you have like copyright, we can be more descriptive. What kind of glasses were those? Like black? What? Kind?
Single lens. Single
visor-
lens.
visor kind
yeah,
of
like
a
a
lens.
visor.
Okay.
And as soon as the person who's wearing it
right?
Opens
Like
his
a
eyes.
futuristic glasses. How about we collaborate, right? We
Yeah.
take one prompt from him, one prompt from her. You have something? No, she has something.
Something that revolves around Ghibli art, maybe.
Something that was.
Ghibli art, because it's very trendy.
You know
so
what?
why
We
not?
have Ghibli art possible
Okay,
in
give
Lens Studio. Yes, we have. And it's on real time. We can have it. But for that particular, it doesn't comes up in this particular easy lens. In GenAI, I'll just give you a quick glance. There are other features as well. As you can see, 3D capture. Like for example, let's suppose if I would be getting this particular very sweet kind of a pot, let's suppose today suppose, okay, I really loved it, but I want the 3D model for this. I can simply have a video 360 degree, and then I
You
can
guys
upload
are
it over
aware
there.
with photogrammetry, right?
Yes.
So this is the same thing that you can do natively in Lens Studio. And yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we can come later. Okay. So let me tell you also this thing. We have bunch of other things as well. आपको पूरा lens नहीं बना. Let's say you want something specific. You want a 3D model. So you don't want to write a full prompt और आपको पूरा experience ही चाहिए. You want कि आप मैं 3D model बना लूँ and मैं उसको use करूँ according to you. ठीक है, मतलब मेरे को कहीं और यूज़ करना है. लेट्स से आपको कोई टेक्सचर जनरेट करना हो, आपको कोई मटेरियल जनरेट करना हो, तो यू कैन डू समथिंग सेग्रीगेटली सेपरेट भी कर सकते हो उसे. ठीक है, सो दीज आर द थिंग्स. जैसे कि आप देख पा रहे हो, वी हैव फेस एमएल इफेक्ट एंड दैट्स जो उन्होंने कहा वो बेसिकली एक स्टाइल ट्रांसफर काइंड ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस है जो आप रेप्लिकेट कर सकते हो या जनरेट कर सकते हो विद इन लेंस स्टूडियो. सो वी आर जस्ट टाइम बाउंडेड. तो शायद
Yes.
सारे
We have just 9 minutes left, and please give us good prompts. And till the time, I'll just quickly show you this one. Like you can give, you can have like different sort of garments. Even you can have a sari as well. Let me tell you, what you need to do, just give a prompt around that. He won't give you a Hulk picture, for God's sake, please. It won't give you a Hulk picture, but it will give you the whole idea, like that particular garment of Hulk. Please give us some good prompts.
Hi. So you mentioned about clothing brands. So I'm
Yes.
actually a clothing brand owner myself, and I wanted to know, can I put my own designs, like my creations, into it? Because here there are like specific like suits and like hoodies, different garments. But what about my personal designs
या यू कैन.
with my prints and my graphics and everything?
यू हैव टू जस्ट प्रोवाइड योर टेक्सचर. जस्ट आप कुछ फोटोज क्लिक कर लीजिए अपने
So
किसी
with-
मॉडल्स को या फिर एंड डू अ पोर्ट्रेट फोटोग्राफ जिसमें वो ऐसे फ्रंट फेसिंग पे हो एंड विद प्रॉपर लाइटिंग एंड यू विल जस्ट फीड अ इमेज एंड विद इन 10-15 सेकेंड there is a whole generative sort of body try on will be there for you. So
And
yeah,
also,
you can.
here we developers come into the picture. Yes, actually, all of these things are AI generated, and these are very good in terms of mockups. But when you actually want it in the actual ad campaigns, or like for example, today we have Wave Summit, so you want it like AR mirror kind of a thing, and that you want that try on to have it. In that case, we developers come into the picture, have the mockup. Let us know, and then we'll make it into AR for you.
I'll tell you how easy it is. You just provide a picture with a,
Yes.
as you said, like a portrait picture, right? So you have a male model wearing the T-shirt or whatever it is. Have a full-size picture of him and upload that picture, exact picture, to garment transfer component in Lens Studio, and it will transfer that garment to the person in the frame, irrespective of what the person is wearing. So if you want to give a hoodie try on, and the person is wearing like a short sleeve T-shirt, it will actually make them wear a hoodie, right? It won't. So you're noticing that if this person moves sideways, it doesn't actually capture the whole thing because you are feeding just the front image, right? And
So if you feed like front, side, back, all.
no, that's what I was getting to. So this is a very quick garment transfer experience. So yeah.
But if you want full control now, so there are a bunch of other capabilities
You
as
can-
well.
yeah,
जो
you
आप
can use
वो
3D
try
body
कर सकते
tracking
हो.
over
So
there.
we have body tracking, we have clothes simulations and all.
Yeah.
So you can go with the 3D modeling, do some textures and all. You will use the capabilities like full body tracking and clothes simulations to get where you want to be. So yeah,
If
there
you
are
remember, if you remember the use cases slide that I had, there was like some digital clothing, right? You could actually 3D model a T-shirt and have your textures on top of it, right? If you have like a completely different shaped garment, you can create that model, bring it into Lens Studio, and make the user wear it.
Exactly.
Thank you.
She had one last prompt, I think.
Yes.
Priyanka, is that
Okay.
you?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is me today. So what I did, I just gave a very simple prompt, make a lens in which head morph of deer. Again, Gen AI, it actually gave a very like fun effect to it, and change background to a kitchen. I have a kitchen, and now I'm looking like a deer. So yes.
Hi, I have a prompt.
Yes.
Okay, can you make an underwater landscape where somebody is wearing a diver's suit and is riding a dolphin?
Oh, that's a nice prompt. We try करते हैं.
New project. New project. आप ही डाल दो.
I think the screen froze, but ठीक है.
Yes, I'm bad at it. Perfect.
I'm just thinking on the sitting on the dolphin part. How exactly will the... So since the user is holding the camera this way, you won't be able to see where the user is sitting. Let's just see how the AI interprets it. So it was like a underwater background
Yep.
with user wearing some relevant clothing, I guess, diverse relevant clothing.
And meanwhile, till Vivek is typing up the prompt, there's one small thing. It's not just something that it's being made and you cannot make changes. We want to make changes, right? We want the background, like for example, the kitchen background isn't looking that great to me, but I found a good kitchen picture, or I want to put my kitchen picture in this particular lens. I can do these small changes. Now here, again, Lens Studio is one of the software, one, it's totally free, of course, that I personally love about it. The second part is this is a developer software where you can actually make very easy changes. Simply head over to YouTube, understand how to make very simple changes in a very easy way. But what I'm trying to say in Lens Studio, whatever we are making today, okay, I'll show you one small thing. In this particular whole interface, everything will come and we can make more and more changes to it the way we want to. Like, for example, the deer 3D model, I didn't like it. And I want to change it to some other 3D model of some other thing, then we can also do that.
If you are able to read the plan, it says I'll use a Bitmoji animation block. So if you know what Bitmojis are, those 3D characters that you have on Snapchat depicting you, it is going to use something on that end, and it will use garment block to simulate diving suit, use a background image. I think it's pretty confused, but you can also see the generating assets part. Sorry.
These are the basically the steps. जो if there is no AI, हमें ये सारे steps follow करने पड़ते थे and do everything manually and then bring all those things together and developing a lens or experience. So अब ये directly वो खुद सोच रहा है, वो plan कर रहा है and it's generating directly for you the whole ready experience, including the icons and all, the previews and all.
It actually didn't come out well, but I'll show you one very, very small thing.
And it said that the problem was due to the dolphin riding animation.
Yes, exactly.
So, as suspected.
Yes, as suspected. True that. But we are open to questions since we are out of time. Till the time but still, I want to complete the wish. So,
By the time, yeah, she's editing those things. If you have any other questions on the capabilities and what kind of experiences
please.
you can make, we can like have a couple of them. You have one? Yeah. Yes. So if you want to build something on Snapchat, you have to use this software only, right? And apart from this, there used to be a platform for Meta as well, but Meta has actually deprecated it. So you cannot do that. You can also use some game engines, right, like Unity and Unreal Engine to create experiences, but then it becomes as an application, right? Yeah. It's like you have to make the user download a certain application. It has like some resistance over there. Yeah. Exactly. But Snapchat has like millions of daily users, right? So you could actually leverage that platform to create experiences on top of it. So yeah. Do we have any other questions? You have one? Yes. Yes, namaste.
Use this as a virtual production to make us something VFX scene out of it.
For sure.
Definitely. I mean, I personally believe that AR can be used in any domain, right? So if you have any idea specifically about VFX, you can definitely try it out, and like we can figure out the AR experience on top of it based on the capabilities we have.
So, it will be in real-time basis, just like a Unity and Unreal, we make it on the virtual production. So can we be
The
using
background moving according to
movies?
the
Yes,
camera's movement. Yes, you can do that.
At the real-time basis also.
Yes,
we can.
yes, you can do that. You can have a 3D model behind the user, and when you move the camera, it actually pans.
So there is a hack. What I usually do, it's easy to track things in Lens Studio in AR. So we have dedicated component ना body जैसे आपको कोई 3D model को track कराना है over your head. So in VFX we do this keyframings and all. ठीक है तो काफी time consuming होता है. So what I always do, मैं simply उसे mimic करता हूँ Lens Studio में, and then मैं एक green screen place करता हूँ with body segmentation, and I just export those as a video. And फिर मैं अपने VFX में यूज़ कर लेता हूँ, तो वो काफ़ी easy हो जाता है if you are ready to compromise quality. But if not, तो आप मतलब सोशल मीडिया के लिए it will be good, but if you are doing some ऐसे commercial projects, so I definitely not recommending you. But yeah, this is something that you can do. Also in storyboarding phase, I always often use AR to simulate things. जैसे tracking पे कैसा लगेगा. Let's say I want to be holding a sword, ठीक है, एक sword मुझे 3D model में VFX में करना है. Doing some CGI and all, तो वो कैसा लगेगा and what will be the output, materials कैसे लगेंगे, before taking into a different compositing software, मैं उसे पहले AR में experience करता हूँ, and this will give me a immediate result. तो मुझे पता चलता है कि यार मेरी visualization कहाँ जा रही है and what will be the result, and then I'll use AR to mimic thing, and फिर मैं उसे compositing में use कर लेता हूँ. So that's way also you can use AR. So
yeah, I think this was the end of the
Great.
Yes,
Great.
and
Thank
that's
you.
how we end our amazing masterclass with beard removal. That actually is the fun. And before we move out, I also want to add one thing. In the Wave Summit, I personally have seen a lot of workshops, a lot of masterclass. If you like the whole masterclass, please put this on LinkedIn as well, if possible. Apart from that, we have some sticker sheets from Bharat XR side. Pranjal, my co-founder, would help you to get that. Yep. But yes, hope you guys like the beard removal with Vivek as well. Ending it on a good note. And if you have any question, feel free to ask.
Yeah, we will be available somewhere around here, so you could actually give.
Yes. Thank
hope you
so
guys
much.
enjoyed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, with that, we have to end the session. I think we didn't want to, but yes, we have to end the session. And I want to add here, I think the future of AR is in safe hands. Well, young minds taking it over and will take it definitely way ahead in future. Please give them a big round of applause, everybody. Jitesh, Chavi, and Vivek. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Thank you.